Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Blondest Podcast. I am your host, Savanna Nicole Boda.
I'm your co-host, Tyler John Jacoby.
Aww.
Oh, I took my headphones off and you're so much louder without the headphones. Like when you're in my ear, you're quieter than...
Outside?
Yeah.
Aww.
Or maybe you just came in strong.
I always come in strong. I'm a very, what's the word? My voice travels. Projectile. It's like a projectile vomit, but of the voice.
Okay. Fair enough.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. Paul always tells us, they have to adjust our volumes because she's really loud and then I'm really quiet. So
like a little mouse.
Got to bring me up.
My little rat. Scary.
Mouse. I'll take mouse. I really detest...
What about a gerbil?
Anyway, today we're doing a Q&A.
Can you be a gerbil? Can I tell a story?
I don't know what story, so it makes me nervous.
Okay, well, a gerbil is a rat with a longer tail.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Really?
A gerbil.
I thought a gerbil's like a hamster.
A gerbil's a hamster with a long tail.
You said a gerbil is a rat with a longer tail.
It's longer and fluffier. Anyways, did you have gerbils? Are you the gerbil expert? Because I had two.
This is a gerbil.
Yeah, they're cute.
You said a rat. They're
a rodent family. Look at its tail. Oh, they're so cute. Well, anyways, I had two gerbils, Taz, and Gus. And I'm sorry. What's funny?
Keep going.
No, I want to know what's so funny.
It's just...
Taz, and Gus. So it's...
How old were you?
Like 14.
Oh, that didn't help.
Okay. Anyways, Taz had a tumor.
Oh, no.
I know.
Did you, bring it to a vet?
No, it's expensive.
No, I know, but, how did you know it had a tumor?
Because it had a growth on the side of its body. And then it started, and this is sad, so trigger warning. I'm going to say it one more time. Trigger warning, okay? And so...
You're supposed to say what the trigger warning is.
I don't know what it would classify. Cannibalism?
Oh, okay.
Self-mutilation? I don't know.
Okay, go on.
Depression? Suicide?
Okay.
All the trigger warnings.
Okay.
Anyways, Taz. So, okay, what happens with animals usually when they have a growth, they try to eat it out of their body because they don't know what else to do. So they try to get it gone. So he was eating at his tumor. And it was really sad because he had an open wound and he would eat at it every day. And so I'd put Band-Aids on it and stuff. And he'd rip the Band-Aids off and eat at it. And I literally watched him eat himself. Okay. And so then
this was Taz?
Taz.
Okay.
And then Gus went into a depression and starved himself. So trigger warning, anorexia. And it's not funny. It's not. This is literally the most morbid, sad, gerbil story ever.
I know, but it was the trigger warning anorexia. I'm sorry. That was just so ridiculous.
It was. He literally would not eat. He wouldn't eat any of his seeds. I'd bring him his favorite.
She's crying. I don't know if she's crying because she's laughing or because she's sad or a mix of both.
I would bring him his favorite little yogurt bites and he would not eat them. He was so depressed. And so he died from starvation. So anyways...
Not you starting off the Q&A crying over Taz and Gus.
It was fucked. Taz was brown and Gus was gray, like the cute one from Cinderella. And then Taz was like the Tasmanian devil. That's why he was brown.
Okay.
Anyways, sorry guys to start off with that, the first 3 minutes. And then at one time I had a guinea pig. Her name was Holly. And she was fat as fuck. She was huge. She was the biggest guinea pig in the store. And so
you got her large.
Yeah, she was huge. And then she just kept getting bigger. And then one day when I was sleeping, I started hearing all this moaning, like that. And she was giving birth. I know, to a baby. And then she gave birth to her baby, and then she became a big old bitch, and she would not let me touch her or her baby. She'd bite the shit out of me. So they gave her to a guinea pig rescue. She was so mean. She was such a nice guinea pig, and then she literally became mama bear. And then as soon as she gave birth to that baby, she was like, don't fucking pet me, don't touch my baby. She literally bit my finger so hard it drew blood. And so we gave her to a guinea pig rescue because I was like, I'm not just gonna stare at you.
Yeah.
I want to pet you and hold you.
Your parents got you a lot of animals.
Yeah. And then my brother had a hedgehog, and he was giving it a bath. He was 7 or 8. He's giving this hedgehog a bath. This is actually a really fucked up story too. Trigger warning, drowning.
Jesus Christ. This is why you don't give kids pets. Period.
No, it's like the funniest story to me because, okay, my dad was like kind of like bigger at the time too. Anyways, okay, I just will never forget this whole story. So my brother has this hedgehog, okay? He's like 7. And he gives it like a little bath, but the bathtub wasn't like super full. It's just like a little bit, okay? And this like, he like rolled over on his back and like drowned in the water. And my brother like came back and he was like not breathing and then like freaking out. And then my dad like all I remember is like walking down the stairs and like at my parents' house, like you can walk down the stairs and it's just a big window and you can see straight into the backyard. And my dad's just like massive at this point. And there's this little hedgehog and he has a straw down its throat and he's blowing air into it and doing compressions. Like my dad is like in boxer shorts, like
giving CPR
to like with a straw into this hedgehog, like giving compressions to it. And I'm just like, what the fuck is happening this Sunday morning? But anyways, that's it. That's all my animal tragedies I have for today.
Okay. Honestly, slay Jerry.
Yeah, he tried to save his life. Didn't work.
Yeah.
He was long gone.
Yeah.
Sad though.
Okay, so
what
Q&A.
are we doing today?
We are doing a Q&A that you guys sent in anonymous questions. And I think it'll maybe be a mix of skincare and personal, maybe. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Mostly skincare because that's all anyone wants from me. No one wants to know about my life. They just want me for my skin information. But that's okay. That's what I'm here for.
That's what you're there for. Yeah, exactly. So, first question. Skin treatments or products? Which should we prioritize and why?
Definitely products because you're touching your face every single day, twice a day, and your professional only touches you once a month if they're lucky. So if you think about it this way, I always explain this analogy to people. Let's say you have 2 people that are trying to get fit and healthy, okay? You have one who's eating fruits and vegetables every single day, eating super healthy, no fast food, but they're not going to the gym at all, not working out. And then you have another person who's going to the gym once a month, but eats McDonald's every day, ice cream, chips. Who do you think at the end of the month is going to be more fit and closer to their fitness goals? The person who's eating good, right? Same thing with skincare. So you can't just, go work out once a month and then eat like trash and expect, your body to look good. Same thing with skincare. You can't just go get a facial and then use bad products or no products at home and expect for your skin to be good. Everything is about consistency. So products truly are the most important thing. And I've cleared so much skin, helped so many people without doing any treatments on them.
Best product to cure folliculitis?
Ooh, I would have to say mandelic acid for sure. I love mandelic for folliculitis.
I love mandelic, period.
It's so good.
My skin requires it.
Mm-hmm. Mandelic acid is my favorite alpha hydroxy acid because it's so versatile, it's so gentle. It's so good for aging, pigment, acne. I mean, God, it does everything.
Deserted island with only Ulta Sephora products. What do you buy?
Okay. And just because I'm saying this doesn't mean I recommend it. Okay. I need to look at can I see your phone? I need to jot my memory. I need to see like a Sephora list of things, of brands. I need to think. Okay, if I had to pick a cleanser,
I'd go with the Fresh cleanser.
Yeah, I'd probably go with the Fresh cleanser too. Let me look.
And then I would do SK2.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
I feel like my skin was fine when I used it.
Okay.
I don't know if it actually was like a placebo.
So expensive. Tyler was a bougie bitch. I would do probably honestly. I would be using Tatcha
water cream. Yeah. No, exactly.
I used to be a Tatcha girly for sure before. I don't hate Tatcha. Do I think it's gonna give you results? No. But do I think it's gonna hurt your skin? No. Yeah. Let's see. I'd probably build.
I'm on skincare. So you could look at the different.
Okay, let's go for moisturizers.
I would use a Tatcha water cream.
Would you?
Yep.
I have to go with the ones that I've used though. I'd probably do the Belief. Yep. The True Aqua Cream. I'd probably do that one. Yep. That's what I would do. Okay, let's see. I would not use anything Sunday Riley.
Nope. Trash.
Cleansers, let's see. Is that bagel? It's smelling real good. I have a bagel over here. I would use the Youth to the People Superfood Antioxidant Cleanser. That's what I would do.
Oh, I used that before too, yeah.
That's what I would go with for a cleanser. Okay, now let's go for treatment serums and things like that. I would probably be doing...
Where would you get your retinol from?
Oh. Yes. Oh, it's hard. It's hard. Okay. For like a hydrating serum, what would I do? I'd probably go with Paula's Choice Retinol. I would. Go with Paula's Choice Retinol. For hyaluronic, man. I don't know, guys. Probably the Inky List. I mean, put a gun to my head. Damn.
This is a fun question. Whoever submitted this.
And sunscreen, honestly, I would just do Supergoop. Even though I fucking hate Supergoop.
What about Ulta MD?
That's not at Sephora.
Really? Mm-mm. Where did they sell that? It's kind of expensive. Isn't it like 40 something bucks?
Yeah. Yeah, I would go with... Yeah.
They said Ulta. Is it at Ulta? Ulta MD?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
It's like a derm brand.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I would do, guys. Thank you for that awful question.
You're going to have nightmares now that you're stuck on it.
And then I know someone's like, Savanna Boda recommends da 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 da. And it's like, no, if I was literally could only use that is what I would do. But it's better than nothing.
We've already used these products, y'all, and we don't. So that should say something.
Yeah.
What are your favorite designer items that you own?
My Birkin.
Fair.
I would say that's about it. And I like my little Chanel purses here and there, but my pride and joy is my Birkin because I worked my ass off for that thing.
My favorite is those Prada shoes.
Which ones? The loafers?
The ones with like the like platform, like
the loafers.
No, they're like almost like Converse or Vans or something like that style shoe.
Oh, the tennis shoes, the sneakies.
I love those.
Yeah, those are cute.
Those are my favorite, but I'm more of like a shoes type person.
And I love my Celine glasses, the little circle ones that make me look like a bug. I love them.
If y'all don't know this, Savanna is a sunglass
whore.
It's
slut, a dirty little sunglass slut. I have like 8 in my bag, like, and I carry like my bag is so heavy because I have like 80. I fucking love sunglasses.
Yeah.
Like some people are shoe people. I'm a glasses girly.
You're a glasses and a fragrance girly.
Yeah, I love fragrances.
Have you ever had any clients whose Skin Better just did not work for?
No, I have not. I've had some clients, have issues with niacinamide, and there is a lot of niacinamide in Skin Better products. So I would say that would be like the only thing. But some people don't just need Skin Better. They need other ingredients as well, like acne products and things like that.
What do you think of melasma on people that go to the gym a lot? I have a trainer, female, full of melasma.
Her trainer has melasma?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's hard when you're sweating a lot and you have a lot of heat in the skin. So kind of in my last podcast episode, I was alluding to it, but I didn't really talk about it because I was going to talk about it probably on this podcast anyway, because I'm pretty sure I saw a question about it on there somewhere. But when I was in Florida, I got some pigment on my face. And you guys know I reapply my sunscreen every 2 hours. I use the best and most protective broad spectrum sunscreen. And I also use vitamin C. I also use tyrosinase inhibitors to prevent and correct pigment, but I still got pigment. And I wanted to explain why that is. So not only does the sun cause pigment, but it can also be caused from heat. So even if you're using all of the right products, there's different pathways of pigmentation. So sun exposure, heat, medications, there's a lot of things that can trigger your pigment. It's not just the sun. So even if you are using all the right products, but you have heat in the skin, you're in the sauna, you're doing hot yoga, you're just outside in the hot heat this summer, your pigment can be triggered. And that's why I say it's so important after someone gets an invasive treatment or a chemical peel that they can't work out, one, because of the sweat. You don't want any sweat on fresh skin like that because it can just cause irritation in the pore. And 2, it can trigger those melanocytes. So the melanocytes are the cells that produce pigmentation in the skin. And when they're triggered, they're going to overproduce and cause more pigment. So I had heat-related pigmentation this trip, which I've never had before in my life. I was shocked. Like, I was like, did I fall? Is that a bruise? But it's pigment. So it is very normal. And to answer your question, yes, if she's doing a lot of, having a lot of heat in the skin from working out, 100% can be, a trigger for her.
Can you talk about Hale and Hush?
I like their Bio Relief powder. I think they have some good products, but I don't know too much about the rest of the line to like be able to fully form an opinion and feel comfortable speaking on it publicly.
How did you come up with your cats' names?
So
they are better than Taz and Gus.
Okay, slander. I think I've always named pets really good. I had Ham, which was my hamster. And then Holly was my guinea pig, and her baby was Molly. And then I also had fish that had good names growing up. So I've always been really good at naming pets. But Athena, she was either going to be Tinsel or Athena, and I went with Athena, but Tinsel would have been really fitting for her.
Yeah, Tinsel would have been 10 times more fitting now that you see her.
Tinsel is such a stupid name. I'm sorry if anyone has named their child or pet Tinsel, but I think it's just such a bad name. Nova and Nala, I wanted them to have twin names and like sound similar. So I just Googled names that start with an N.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm doing really good today. Happy.
Reunited with me.
I missed you.
What shows do you watch? Are you a Vanderpump fan? Any reality TV?
I don't like reality TV too much. I used to growing up, but now that I'm older, I feel like it's just junk. I really can't get into it. Like, the only thing I really liked was the Real Housewives of Dallas because they're in Dallas, and I liked seeing, like, where they're eating, and it's just fun to, like, kind of, like, spot things. Like, I know where that is, And I liked that it was in Dallas, obviously, but I don't really like reality TV shows. I really just think it's junk. I do like The Bachelor, though, but I don't really count that as reality TV because it's so staged.
You liked the Deck one?
Oh, Below Deck.
Is that reality?
I watched that when I was when Cyrus was a newborn when I
okay.
binged the shit out of that. I did like that. Okay, favorite shows. I like The Summer I Turned Pretty.
That was really good.
I freaking can't wait. Season 2 comes out soon.
Really?
Yeah.
Remember, I cried.
It's so good. So good. And then I really liked Little Fires Everywhere. You wouldn't know that one.
Nope.
I liked What If. That was really good. Tell Me Lies. So good.
I haven't seen any of these.
Yeah. I just like that kind of vibe of shows. So.
Do you read books?
I don't. I'm not a book reader. I'm too busy.
I wish.
And like, honestly, I have this thing where like when I'm reading something, it's like my eyes are reading the words, but it's like not being retained in my head. So like I could read an entire book and not know what happened. Like, cause I feel like I'm just so focused on reading the words cause I'm a little dyslexic that like, I don't know if that makes sense to other people, but that's like was my biggest struggle in school and stuff is like when I'm looking at something, I feel like my eyes are just reading the words, but I'm not like mentally reading it.
You have trouble focusing?
Yeah. And like I think during the time that I'm like retaining the information, but then I flip the page and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I just read. Like I need to go back.
I don't know what this one means.
Let me read it.
It's just saying.
Oh. You can read that.
I don't understand. Do you ever get tired of saying the same thing every single day? How long does it take?
I think they're asking, like, do I get tired of, like, posting about the same products every single day? And how long does it take me? I don't, because I don't think the same people see people that are big fans of mine, I think, obviously check my story every day. But I think there are times where I still get questions like, what's your favorite sunscreen? And it's like, my girly, like, do we not follow me, you know? And so that's why I like to keep it consistent and share it on my stories, because I do think there are people that miss those things and like aren't seeing my stories every single day. And then too, like I just like to have that information out there. And how long does it take? It takes a long time, but I love what I do, and education is super important to me.
What peel can I do at home?
Peel pads from Skin Better are amazing. But they're not going to actually make you peel, but they're going to give you the results of a peel over time.
Can you do virtual Cosmo?
Yeah, you can do Cosmo virtually. Oh, that's what maybe they're asking. I thought they meant like on themselves without a professional's guidance.
You.
What?
I was gonna make a joke, but then I was like, probably shouldn't.
Probably shouldn't.
I was gonna say you can order a peel solution online and throw it on your face.
Yeah, see how that goes.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Just burped very loud.
How do I know if my skin barrier is stripped? I would answer for you, but I don't know the answer.
Yeah, you do. Take a shot.
I'm scared. This is not what I signed up for. I would say, are you trying to say my skin barrier is stripped? What are you looking at?
No, I was just trying to get my bagel mouth out of the way. Okay.
Your skin is overly sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
It gets irritated, red, irritated.
Inflamed.
Really easily.
Can look dehydrated.
Flaky. Crusty.
Burning.
Yeah.
Kind of like an STD, but on your face.
Interesting.
Inflamed. Yeah.
Did you work for It's a Secret Med Spa?
I did. I trained for them too.
It's funny. What is the difference in picking and extracting? And how do I know when to extract? Extracting is...
Sorry, guys. I'm so fucking hungry.
Extracting is when a licensed professional who has training
Uses a tool and does it the right way.
Yeah, it's a controlled way of extracting.
Picking, yeah, is like when you're just like scratching at it and messing with it, trying to get it off your face. It's
Yeah,
not
and,
like
squeezing and
yeah, you're like attacking it.
Yeah.
I would say this is probably really morbid, but this is like what just came into my head. Extraction's like more of like an assassin that just comes like with a silencer and just like
yeah.
boom. And then I would say picking is kind of like just a rogue like stab attack.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, like a more messy murder of the pimple versus just like a little silenced gun where you don't even know it's coming. It's just, and you're dead.
And like when you're picking, like you're more likely to
scar it and cause damage.
Yeah, and like you can spread the bacteria and like have
damage the surrounding skin.
Yeah, you have more breakouts in the same area. Like you can pick one pimple and then the next day you'll have like 4 more pimples.
Because that bacteria can spill into the pores around it and infect those pores.
Yep. So don't pick, but do get extracted.
What was the second question? How to extract, or how do you know when to extract?
Yeah. How do I know when to extract?
So I don't extract anything that's inflamed because it's going to cause scarring. So I would just spot treat it, ice it, take zinc. But things that are like, you know, little white heads or black heads that you can safely extract, like I would extract those.
Yeah, like you wouldn't extract like cystic acne, right?
Never.
Yeah.
Ever. I love an everything bagel, but damn, they're messy. And this bagel place, they actually put the everything bagel seasoning inside the bagel. So good. I
put Savanna onto this bagel shop. It's like, you know, honestly, the town we grew up in, Flowermound, it has like the most like little niche, but like best places for little things. Like you will not find a better bagel in the city. You will not find a better cup of coffee than a Novel Coffee Roasters. So good. So like these little like weird niche things, it's so nice because it's literally like 5 minutes from my house.
Yeah.
Because one time we were in Dallas and we were trying to find somewhere to get a bagel at, and like everything is just like so poorly rated and like it doesn't look good. The pictures don't look good. And then this like little tiny like hole in the wall in Flower Mountain is like almost 5 stars. Like people love it. They're from like, she lived in New York and then she lived in Philly. So like, you know, it's like that real, like authentic bagel.
Yeah. And she says you can't warm up a bagel.
Yeah. She says toasting a bagel ruins the love. The flavor of the bagel. It's like if you toast a bagel, it's like basically like you can just buy store-bought bagels because like it changes the bagel. Like it's not like the same.
Yeah, so I eat cold bagels now.
She can toast it if you want me to have it toasted next time. You can try it.
I like it like this.
It's like just so good. I'm pregnant and I hear retinol is not good. Which products could I use instead?
Well, you can use retinol if you ask your doctor and they approve it. But instead, I would just use alpha hydroxy acids and peptides. It's an orgasm.
Oh. Can you tell us about your first experience? How? I'm still waiting.
Well, I would say you have to be comfortable with your body, and you want a bagel? Mm-hmm. You hungry? All the orgasm talk got you wanting a bagel.
Got me a little.
So I want to clarify, because I've had older podcasts where I've talked about this, and my husband is great and bad. I wouldn't have married him if he wasn't. But the issue was, I'm so open and honest with you guys on this podcast. Like, if you listen to this, like, you're my homeboy, homegirl. We're friends, okay? I am going to talk about something that I've kind of talked about before. I think I've talked about it. I don't know. I've been doing this podcast for a long time. I'm pretty sure I have. But I'm just going to go ahead and say, like, major trigger warning. Like, not, like, Gus eating his tumor and stuff like that. Like, or Taz, not Gus. Like, sexual assault trigger warning, okay? So when I was younger, I was touched by a babysitter. And I think I didn't know it happened to me until, like, a couple years ago. But I think I stored, like, a lot of, like, trauma in my, like, sexual experiences. So I feel like I was very, like, reserved. And I didn't, like, enjoy sex. And I just felt like I had this, like, block, I guess. I think that happens to a lot of people that were sexually abused at a young age. And for me, it was, like, a really big thing. And I just, like, didn't feel comfortable in my own body. And, like, when I just felt very insecure, too, about the way I looked. And just, I feel like I was, like, always in my head when I was having sex, even, like, with my husband. Like, I feel like I just could never fully, like, relax and enjoy it. I feel like I was just, like, stressed out about, like, the intimacy. It was almost, like, scary for me to be so, like, vulnerable and, like, intimate with someone in that way. Like, it was just, like, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't, like, I didn't feel comfortable to be, like, freaky or, like, you know, like, it was just, like, awkward for me. Like, I just felt very uncomfortable and very awkward. So it had nothing to do with Lance and, like, everything to do with, like, me just, like, being very, like, tight and reserved and just, like, rigid, I feel. And so I feel for me to have my first, like, experience with that. And then also, too, like, I'm not, like, very, like, big into, like, female masturbation. Like, I'm on a lot of Zoloft, you guys. Like, I always have been on a lot of antidepressants, so it really, like, shit for your libido. Like, I don't have, like, a sex drive. Like, I'm not, like, a horny person. Like, I've never been a horny person. Like, I don't wake up and, like, oh my God, I just really want to, like, have sex right now. Like, that's just not my personality. So it's hard, definitely, for me. Like, I have to be, like, in the mood for it, and I have to, like, kind of, like, get myself in the mood for it to, you know, obviously be there for my husband, because I'm just, like, not that person that's just gonna, like, be like, let's have sex, you know?
Yeah.
So anyway, I think for me to experience that first experience, I had to, like, you know, do some healing with my sexual trauma. And I had to also, like, be more comfortable in my body, and I had to, like, actually, like, relax. Like, I had to get high, honestly, and smoke some weed and get out of my head, because I'm so, like, anal and, like, uptight. And I just, like, never relax. And, like, I feel like every time I was even having sex, like, I'd be, like, thinking, like, oh my God, I need to do the laundry, or tomorrow I need to post this content, or, like, I need to get, you know, new supplies for the spa for this. Like, I feel like every time I was having sex, like, I wouldn't mean to do this, but I would be thinking about other stuff, and I would be preoccupied in my brain, because I just, like, never could slow down. So, yeah, I think that's my answer. A lot of layers there but sex is, you know, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's just hard.
Savanna and I both aren't very sexual people.
Mm-mm. And it's not anything to do with my husband. I was like that with any partner. I'm just not a sexual girly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Some people are, like, really into sex.
That's true.
And I'm just not that person.
Yeah.
Like, I really am good.
Best products for hormonal acne that you carry. Also, I'm pregnant.
Okay. Well, hormonal acne has to be treated internally, honestly. There are products that can help, for sure, like retinoids and benzoyl peroxide. But if you're pregnant, I would definitely ask your doctor if it's okay for you to use retinoid while pregnant. But you can use benzoyl peroxide.
Really? Mm-hmm. Didn't know that.
Under 5%. Who's that?
Maria.
Oh.
Do you and Lance fight
Yeah, but we don't really fight. We like
It's
bicker.
not, yeah, bicker. It's
Like
not
we don't like fight. Like me and Lance have literally never been in like a blowout like fight. Like we're
like
gonna
go sleep at your mom's.
Yeah, no.
Like, no.
We just like bicker like
Yeah.
normal couple shit. People that don't fight or like bicker scare me. Like that's weird.
Wait, what?
People that like don't bicker with their like partner, like that's scary.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, like something's going on behind closed doors.
Why do derms recommend over-the-counter products, but Estes don't?
I would say because of kickbacks, for sure. And they're honestly uneducated in good skincare products, and they just don't want anything to like counteract, the medications they're putting people on. So they just want like basic and general stuff. And a lot of derms are very versed in skincare, but there are a lot too that really are focusing on like mole removals and like, basal cell carcinoma and skin cancer, like more important things. Well, not that skincare is not important, but you know what I'm saying, like bigger derm stuff,
like life or death things.
Yeah, like they're worried more about like scabies and dermatitis and eczema and rashes, and they're not like thinking about like pigmentation on the skin and like it's just there's different type of niches. Just like in aesthetics, there's some estheticians that are really good at doing lashes. There's some that are good at waxing. There's some that are really corrective skincare. There's others that are really good at facial massage and lymphatic drainage. Same thing with derms. You have different specialties. So it really just depends on what kind of dermatologist you're seeing and where they specialize.
Your thoughts on doing a peel on a client who is on Accutane?
It depends on the dose of Accutane, but I usually steer clear 100%, but the dosing does matter.
Because the thing is,
the skin's just so dry and sensitive. Like basically Accutane is literally just like the strongest vitamin A ever. So it's just literally drying out every oil gland in your entire body.
what steps/products would you recommend SCs to use in European/hands-on style facials that are still results driven? Example, extractions, type of exfoliation, dermaplaning, etc.
Glymed's great. If you can get that in Europe. I don't know if it is in Europe. Probably.
I feel like they were just, I don't know if they were saying they're European or they're just saying European style facials.
Oh, European style facials.
Yeah.
I would do Glymed for sure. They have so many things you can mix and match and cocktail. I loved working with Glymed when I was doing more European style facials because you kind of feel like a chemist. Like you can like use the CBD booster and so many different steps. They have a little oxygen powder, sulfur powder. There's just so much you can mix. I miss those days. They were so fun.
I miss those days too.
Okay, I miss the days you paid me.
Okay, fair enough. Touche. Okay, our last question before we go on to part 2. Mm-hmm. Who is the best candidate for a Jessner's peel?
I would say
the Jessner peel is like
for everybody.
Yeah, that's
it's
like
so good. It's so mild.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Because that one has like TCA,
salicylic, and resorcinol.
Yeah, that's a good peel.
She's a good peel. I love her.
But is there like?
I would say mild acne, aging, dullness, pigment. I mean, honestly, I think everyone can use a Jessner's peel. I freaking love a Jessner's peel. It's my favorite peel to do on myself. Like the results from it. Yes.
We haven't done peels in a long time.
On ourselves. I know we need to do it this year.
We should have done it before Italy.
I know. It's too late. And do you know the Muffin Man?
Okay, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Q&As with Savanna.
Yay.
Your SD bestie.
And Tai-Tai.
And Tai-Tai.
Your human
non-SD
tripod.
bestie.
Okay.
And we will see you next week for part 2 with the rest of y'all's questions.
See y'all Monday.
Bye.
Bye.